Hey guys, this is Greg from doityourselfmusicbiz.com. Gonna try to get to the point in this video, my top 5 income producing music libraries that I use are Pump Audio, which has been around for a number of years. It does take a while to get into their library and to start seeing results, but I think the wait is more than worth it. The next one is RevoStock. I've only been using them for a year and a half. Didn't start seeing any sales slash profit until 6 months into them. Really nice library, easy to get into, in my opinion. The next one is music dealers. Now, I like music dealers because they will notify you when someone has selected your music. They'll even let you know if it's being taken into consideration. When you make an account, which is free, you can either upload all of your music or a handful of tracks or songs or whatever you have. And when you look on their job board, it's descriptive. It lets you know what the client's looking for, when the deadline is, how much it's going to cost, and you can go into your library, select your track, and pin it to the gig, and or you can create something from scratch, upload it, and then pin that to the gig. So it's really nice. It's not the easiest. It's definitely one of those libraries you have to keep your eye on, because sometimes they'll post up jobs and the deadline is in like 3 days. So I mean, you could sleep on your email for a while or just not sign in, and you would have never known that that project was even up and posted until you come back and you see that it's already been closed and someone has been selected. So that's a good one. The next one is Taxi. I like Taxi. I think Taxi's great, but I will say that Taxi does cost, and it's not one that I would recommend for someone just starting out. Actually, to be honest, the only reason why I jumped into it is because I was a little younger. I wasn't even making music. My whole goal was to be signed. Like, I wanted to be signed. I wanted to produce for big labels, big artists, and I read that they would review your music and they would help you out with that. So I signed up for it. That's what I did. Anyway, that's what I did. So anyway, the money there is real, definitely real. But like I said, you could be shelling out money before you get a placement. I find it good for networking. I've met a lot of contacts through there. Met my manager and mentor through Taxi. So I mean, if you're not going to use it for placements, definitely use it for connections. So that's kind of all I got to say about that one. The last one, I can't really classify it as a music library. Somebody put me up on it when I was working at Guitar Center like a number of years ago. It's called Versus Media. And what Versus Media does is it puts a bunch of cinematographers, videographers, directors, and composers together. So they'll post up, the projects they're working on with their budget, and you can connect with them and work with them, and they'll pay you for it. I will say that this is not a Versus Media is not where you're gonna find that $50,000 budget guy. I mean, the guy that's willing to give you $50,000 for a track or $20,000 for a track. It's more like, $300, $500, $5,000, things like that. But I mean, it's definitely worth it. So, anyway, those are my top 5. Hopefully, you found this video beneficial. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Leave any questions or comments down below, or you can send me a message, contact me on my site, hit me up on Twitter. Any of those are decent modes of communication for me. So just, like I said, hit me up, and stay tuned for the next video.